when I was 14 years old, I became pregnant and hid the pregnancy for 7 months until the baby was born. And I say the baby because I was so disassociated and still do feel such a disassociation. I never felt like it was my baby. And in the process of hiding that secret and carrying that shame really blocked me in so many ways that I remember being taken to the detention home when my mother was going to put me out of the house at the age of 14, and being taken to the detention home and waiting to be processed through the detention home and recognizing in that moment that I have been abused since I was 9 years old, raped at 9 years old, abused at 10 years old, molested for all of those years, and now pregnant as a result of that. And looking around the detention home at all of these girls who'd been placed there for being bad girls. And I remember having a moment thinking, now I am officially a bad girl. I'm now, for the rest of my life, going to be called a bad girl because I'm going to be put in this place. And thinking to myself, sitting there waiting to be processed, that I really don't belong here, and I don't even know how this happened to me. That I am in a place for bad girls because I didn't feel like I was a bad girl. And as I sat there thinking, I don't belong in this place for bad girls because I'm not a bad girl, a woman comes out and says to myself and to my mother, I'm sorry, Miss Lee, but there's not enough room on our docket for your daughter. You'll have to come back in 2 weeks. There isn't enough room for her here. And my mother and I had to leave. And I was released to go to live with my father. And that was my saving grace. Like I had been somehow saved, that somebody up there, out there, recognized that I wasn't a bad girl. And now here I was going to have another chance. And after I gave birth at 14 years old to a child that I never even knew how this even happened to me at the time, when that child died, my father said to me, this is your second chance. This is your opportunity to seize this moment and make something of your life. And I took that chance and understood for myself, even though I didn't have the words to articulate it, that now I know better, so I can do better. I was in radio at 16, and so I started getting calls about to come into television my freshman year. I had never thought about it. And I got demoted. They wanted to fire me, but I was under contract and they didn't want to give up the $25,000. So they were trying to keep me on to the end of the year. So they put me on this is the way life works. Put me on a talk show to try to avoid having to pay me the contract out. And the moment I sat on the talk show, interviewing the Carvel ice cream man and his multiple flavors, I knew that I had found home for myself, because I truly believe that thoughts are the greatest vehicle to change, power, and success in the world. Everything begins with thoughts. I mean, it all started because somebody thought it. You are responsible for your life. And if you're sitting around waiting on somebody to save you, to fix you, to even help you, you are wasting your time, because only you have the power to take responsibility to move your life forward. And the sooner you get that, the sooner your life gets into gear. What matters is now, this moment, and your willingness to see this moment for what it is, accept it, forgive the past, take responsibility, and move forward.
You build a legacy, not from one thing, but from everything. Pick a problem, any problem, and do something about it, because to somebody who's hurting, something is everything.
She is often called the most powerful and influential woman in the world. Oprah Gail Winfrey, with a net worth that approaches $3 billion, Oprah can count herself as the world's first black female billionaire, as well as the United States' richest self-made woman. She is considered the most influential African American of her generation and the most influential American woman in history. She also donates more of her money to charity than anyone else in show business as an extremely active philanthropist. After building an empire from nothing, Oprah Winfrey has indelibly influenced and will long be remembered for her contributions to popular culture.